avoid embarrassment. Just know what you're going for. You're coming for a family reunion visa.
Know what you're doing.
So, I think that is it. So, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, we talk about your experience, now the document interview.
Okay.
How you went to the interview.
Okay. So, after you go with all these documents, get there on time. They don't joke with time. My appointment was 7 a.m. I stay in Surulere, and you know it's still a bit close to the island. Echo Bridge, when you just pass Echo Bridge, and it was dark. And I had a toddler. I was even scared. Plus money. You don't go with ATM. I want money, 150,000 verification fee, even though they didn't collect it. My own visa fee 40,000. My child's visa fee 20,000. I was super scared. I just wrapped them in black night. And you don't go with bag. You can't go with bag to the embassy. It's not they won't allow you.
Just clear bag documents.
Maybe something like this. Just go with a bag like this, a file. So for your own, you do your own. You can go with two, your own, your children's own. So I just put my money even inside my clear bag. Phones are allowed. You can go with your phone. Don't be scared. You can go with your phone. They are going to keep it somewhere for you, but no bags, please. They are going to. They'll tell you you can't go in with bag, and you won't see anywhere to keep your bag. Actually, you can't put it anywhere there close to the embassy. So don't go unless you have a car. Everything will still be in your car. You can park and everything will be in your car. But don't go with any bags. Just go with your envelope and your document and all that. So make sure you get there on time. I think I got down 7 sharp. My husband was on the phone with us throughout. Yeah. Well, I think 7 sharp was when I got down from the car and I queued. So because immediately the security will check at the wall clock and will write down the time you came in, and that can mean a lot because when you get in, especially the man, there's a man there, Mr. Polinos. He might not even attend to you on time. He might just delay you a bit for coming late. So just be there on time, and they'll ask you what you want to do. Definitely, what are you coming from. Avoid embarrassment. Just know what you're going for. You're coming for a family reunion visa.
Know what you're doing. Don't be confused.
My husband was telling me some people, they'll ask them, they'll be looking. They don't even know what they came from.
No, what visa? Check the board.
What visa? They don't know.
So they have the document already.
They have the document, but they don't know the
be involved. Don't just look for an agent to help you. Be involved.
Be involved. Well, you know what you want to do. Very short and simple. National visa, which means long-term visa. From here for the family reunion visa.
Work permit.
If you are going for blue card, you tell them work permit, blue card. So that all this is to tell you where you sit down. They have each line for different visa. So they ask you this because they don't know what you're coming from at the gate. So you tell them and they'll be able to tell you where to sit. So you sit down. So when you sit down, let me give you another expo. You can do it before leaving the house. All these documents. And let me take for example, let's say your BSc. You know that is an original document from your school. Make sure all your document has 2 photocopies. So you arrange it before leaving your house. I did that because my husband told me already. So you put original 2 photocopies under. Original 2 photocopies under. He called me, wanted me to arrange. Immediately he saw it. He said, "You've done what I wanted." I just went to sit down very quiet. He went and he will arrange the document. When they finish arranging, he will ask you. I think he asked my husband. He didn't ask me for money. Sometimes he will ask, "Where's your visa money?" You are not giving him at the gate. You just want to see it. You just raise it and keep it. So, and he will give you your document and tell you to go inside. When you go inside, you start following all the protocols. You don't need to say anything. They know. They just ask you. Inside is when they'll collect your phone, give you a bowl, put your phone, put your file, your document, anything. Give you an ID card, visitors tag, check you with security and all that. Then they'll lock your phone. You sign in. Your name is there. They are expecting you. Don't go if you don't have an appointment. Though. You can't even enter from the gate. They check their list if they are expecting you. Go inside. Go enter the interview. You are standing, you are not sitting down. So Ethan cooperated. Although the interviewer was nice, she gave me paper and pen for him to scribble on so that it doesn't disturb us. So from your tone, your body language, they can read everything. And it's like interview. Well, let me shock you, my dear, my dear people. The interview, they are asking everything about your husband.
Your spouse.
Sorry, you can leave his wife. They are asking everything about your spouse, and I think they want to know if this is an arranged marriage. How well do you know this your spouse? They ask me stuff like his phone number. So you have to cram his phone number, the German phone number, not his Nigerian number. That's what you put on the phone. And mind you, as she's asking you, she's checking, but you don't know she's checking. She might just be flipping like she's arranging your document. She's already asking you questions when you've not even started the interview. And when she's about to start, she now tell you about to start interview question. Mind you, she has asked some things before. So imagine it not being the same with what you have said. You must be consistent. Then you must be very good with dates. Some will go as like asking the date, plan the date before you leave. For some that are not good with dates, you might be good. Definitely, you might be good with months. Definitely, you know the month you met your husband, you know the year, but they expect you to know the date you met. Like how? So maybe just have an agreement of a date in that month that you met, in case they ask you. And have it at the back of your hand in case she asks earlier, then later before in the interview she asks again. Don't go and say a different date. Let everything be together. So she will enter, you start asking your husband's phone number +49, you know, other German phone number. Ask for your husband's email address. But yes, that is his address. So even if you don't know how to pronounce it, you pronounce it the way you know his address here in Germany, know his phone number, know his email address. Then they ask what does your husband do? Definitely some will have his salary, so you just tell them the annual. You don't need to start calculating it monthly, just annual on the contract. What he earns, what does he do? Software developer. Ask me my husband's favorite color. His favorite color is white. I know that, very simple. So they asked me if he has a favorite food. I said no. You don't lie, just make sure everything I say is true. My husband doesn't. We don't have a favorite food. Anything comes, we eat. No favorite food like that. So ask for his favorite perfume. Ask for your husband's favorite perfume. If there is none, you say no. But if there is, you tell them the favorite perfume. So everything is the question. It didn't take long. Maybe within 5 minutes, question were done, and she was like, "I'm done." So just know everything about your husband. They can ask anything.
Where did you
meet? That one. When? Yes. Apart from year, they calculated. So how many years did you cut?
Yeah.
And me, I was counting our engagements. We did our engagement 2018, got married 2019. So when I was calculating how long we cut, I still put the 2018. But thank God she corrected me. She said, "But you got married in 2018." I said, "But that was the traditional marriage." To tell you they were listening. So you don't go and give them wrong dates. So when I calculated, I was calculating we got married in 2019. So I still calculated 2018 as my courtship period too. She said, "But you got married in 2018. I said, "That was the engagement." I said, "Yes, that's marriage, whether you were together or not." I said, "Oh." So she reduced the number of years I said we are dated for before marriage. So she calculated from my traditional marriage. So they listen to you and don't make mistakes. How did you meet? And when they say, "How did you meet?" they're not saying, "We met here." She's typing everything down. She needs the story. Whether you eat your leg on the stone where you were going, you will say it. Yes, this is how I met my husband. After then, what happened? That's how she'll be asking you. So after then, he asked me out. So she expects you to keep going on. You're saying like a story of everything that happened, how you met your husband, and she's typing everything down. So the date is very important.
Yeah.
Date of when you got married. Please, as in no day, you are the type that forget the dates when you got married, date of birth of your children, date of birth of your husband. They can ask your husband's date. Yes, they ask my husband's date or your husband's date of birth, favorite food, favorite color, favorite perfume. So everything is just about everything is just about your husband. Just your husband definitely.
What do you call it? That's what you call it.
Yes, they asked what I called my husband, and when I see you like, woo! So
that's what you call it.
Yeah, that's what I call. I said I call my husband sugar. They're like, ooh, you know, like, ooh. So they ask you what you call your husband. So if it's baby, if it's sweetheart, darling, what do you call it?
I don't know if they'll verify.
If it's name, you don't know if they'll verify or not. Just make sure you're saying the truth. Your body language matters. Don't be scared. It's simple. As far as you know your husband, is not rocket and science. It's just simple questions about your spouse. But some people might not know. They will ask for phone number and email address. So I'm giving you that because some people might not even know their husband's email address. You know, it's not something that you might not know. It's not something, but you just make sure you know your husband's email address, his phone number in Germany, his house address in Germany, and all that. Then date, how you met, when you met, your marriage date, your husband's birth date, and all that. So and after the interview, you go home, you provide any missing documents. So like my case, I had missing document, like I said earlier, but I've helped you in this video. You are not going to have, you shouldn't have a missing document. So if you go with, use that checklist, you can watch the video over and over by ticking your document. You can keep pausing, tick your document and cross-check. So if you go with all the documents I've mentioned earlier, you are not going to be having any missing document. So the next thing you'll be waiting for is for them to send you a mail. So like I said, I had plenty missing documents. So before I provided all the document and everything, I went for my interview February. By March, they asked me to bring my passport. And I had gone to the embassy to submit my missing document at the gate. So you go with this document. I made copies. So you go with the original that was given to you. They will not collect photocopy at the gate. The original that the woman gave you on that day. This one is a photocopy. You go with it and all the missing documents. For those that have missing documents, you go and submit once those documents are available, and you wait for a mail from the embassy.
Tell you to bring your insurance.
So I went to submit and I waited for a mail. Although it was like 1 month gap, but it was because of my own missing document. I had to start sourcing for those documents. I went to submit and we kept believing God. And by March, they asked me to submit my passport, my travel date too, my health insurance. So the insurance, my husband said in the previous video, for those that will skip that video and watch this family reunion video, the insurance we use Azam Manzad. So my husband bought it online. You don't need to go to the office or anywhere. He bought it online and we printed it, colored printing. Just the first 2 pages. That's page 1 and page 2 is
yes,
what
I bought it together.
He bought
for my son and my wife. So
okay, yes. So family, you can buy for family, yes. So he bought for I and my son together. So it came under the same package. So we printed just the first and the second page. You have about 16 pages coming with that. The rest are policies. Just ignore. The embassy will not get all that. They don't need all that from you. Just the first 2 pages. So I submitted that. They now asked me to submit another prepaid envelope in the mail. And already I told you when I was going for my interview, I went with a prepaid envelope. So I was confused, but I didn't want problem. I went again to buy, because the mail that I got was submit your international passport, submit health insurance, submit your travel date, and submit prepaid envelope. So I went again to buy another prepaid envelope. And when they are saying submit your international passport, they will not specify for your child though. So don't go and make mistake and say they've not asked for my children own. You are submitting together. You went for the interview together. So they are just addressing it to an individual as if they are talking to you. Submit your passport, international passport, submit your travel day, submit everything with your children's own. Yes. They will not send a separate email for your children. No, it's that single mail that they have sent. You are submitting your international passport with your children's international passport together. Then travel dates, definitely just write it when you are traveling, and they'll tell you not to choose a date later than 14 days. Some might be 10 days, some might be 7 days. Mine was 14 days. Tell me not to choose a date later before 14. I think the next 14 days, don't choose a date. So you
factor in working days, please.
So you factor in working days. Yes, just count 14 days from the day you know this envelope will get to the embassy. Everything I submitted via DHL and I tracked it online. By 11 something the following day AM in the morning, it had gotten to the German embassy. And you start waiting for them to return. What you can do now is track online. So it didn't come until Monday 29th that I put as my travel day. Thank God we are not even booked flights to travel. Don't travel on the travel date you put for them in case it doesn't come on time. Because you just put a date. At least just calculate whatever they have told you. If it's 7 days or 10 days. My husband they told him 7. Mine they put 14 days. And they returned my passport to me, and behold, they stamped it, they stamped my son's own, and they're going to be returning it with all your documents you took for the interview, because they will collect all your documents on your interview date. All your certificates will not be with you. Yes, BSc, a baptismal card, and all that. Then let me comment, I forgot, you need a change of name. Please, a newspaper publication of change of name, that you've changed your name from your name to your husband's name. So don't forget, please, I forgot to mention that you go with affidavit. That affidavit is affidavit of change of name, definitely, and the newspaper publication, just that page. And I did mind that even I think the week I was going to, it was sudden, so don't mind
dates, just do your.
I do it in the week of my, and they collected it. That's the affidavit of change of name and newspaper publication. You go with it on your interview days, and the affidavit of spinsterhood. Don't forget, please. So you are going with affidavit of change of name from your medium name to your husband's name. You are also going with affidavit of spinsterhood and newspaper publication. Then, if you are the type that was born earlier than 92, you go don't go with the NNPC, you go with another affidavit of change of a declaration of age rather. But if you were born after 92, they accept the NPC, so you don't need that affidavit of declaration of age again. So and that's the one. On 29th of March I got my visa, my son's visa, to join my husband, and 1st of April, no gap, I left the country.
We already booked flights, like a few days to.
A few days.
Once they told us to send the
passport,
so that I can get some cheap deals. Because we actually use because there are ways, of course, there are many ways to book online, book your flights. But if you don't want stress, especially if you have kids. Now I'm saying because for our own case, she came with my son, so carrying the child, carrying the
husband booked direct.
I booked direct to them.
So Frankfurt, Lufthansa.
Yes. So my own employer, they booked me Egypt Air.
Yes, my husband's employer sponsored everything.
So Egypt Air, they went to Egypt. So you can go through, if you're alone, go through Egypt, go through Turkey Airline, KLM, different ones. But if you are traveling with a child or with children, just option for direct flight.
All right. So thank you guys so much for staying tuned to the end of this video. Please guys, like this video, leave a comment. If you have questions, you can reach us on Instagram. We're going to leave our Instagram handle in the description box. Please feel free to ask us questions. Please share these videos to your loved ones. Share it to those that you feel will be important and will need this. Please leave your comment. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please guys, just click on that subscribe button, and there's a bell icon there. Please click on the bell notification so that you get notified when we drop videos like this. Thank you. We love you. Bye.